millennial plant parents, my name is B and welcome to my channel, B's Plant Diaries. So in this YouTube channel, I will be documenting my whole plant parenting process for you guys, and I will also be sharing little bits of tips and tricks that I've accumulated throughout this journey. So if you guys are interested in that, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned to keep on watching. So in this video, I'll be propagating for you guys a few of some bulbs and rhizomes that I had around my house that I haven't propagated yet. But first things first, in this video I am going to highlight me propagating my Amazonica bulbs. So here is an Alocasia Amazonica. I got this recently and it seems happy. It came about a week ago and I had it dressed, but I immediately changed the media because I didn't really like it, what it came with. It was kind of soggy, it looks unhappy, and it looks like it's gonna fall out. So I immediately changed it into new potting mix and I gave it a shower and it looks happy now. It's all well rested, it's over there. But during the repotting process, I found that it has developed 7 new bulbs, so I was very happy about it. So I'm just gonna document me propagating it for you guys today. So today I'll be propagating not only some Amazonica bulbs, Alocasia Amazonica bulbs, but also some of these stems that I have. I have one dragon scale right here. So I actually tried to propagate this one. In some cocoa peat, but it didn't work. I guess it was too moist. And so I'm gonna just transfer this sphagnum moss because I just had these in yesterday. And I have these local Alocasia stems. And I think this one is a melanochrysum. I totally forgot when I repotted. So I think this one is a melanochrysum or some other philodendron. So I'm just gonna see later. So yeah, first things first, I'm gonna put on my gloves. So I like to stay clean even though I like plants. I don't like touching potting media directly with my hands. So, and right here I have some sphagnum moss that I have soaked in water. You see that sphagnum moss has great water retention, and after it's squeezed out, it also stays moist, so I love that. And people also say that sphagnum moss has quite a high rate of successful propagation. So yeah, let's just set that aside. We have our bulbs right here. So I kept these in a very moist, almost wet tissue, so they stay hydrated. As you can see, there's a total of 7 stems, and you guys can see right here that this is kind of smaller than the others. Is it on camera? So this is a little bit smaller than the others, so I hope it will grow. I don't know if this is juvenile or it's premature, I don't know, but these others look like I think they're ready to be propagated. So you guys can see right here, there's 2 parts of the bulb. There's the spiky one and there's the other part. This one is almost like an umbilical cord that attaches to the mother plant, and this one is the part where it's gonna shoot out new leaves. So let's just go straight to the propagating. I just grabbed a few more pots let me just first propagate these, okay? I'm just gonna use this bigger one, and there's not much to do than basically grab some sphagnum moss. And the trick is you have to squeeze all the water out so it doesn't get too wet. But by this right here, you can already see that it's already moist, so you don't want to have extra water in there. Just gonna shred this open. So I'm just gonna grab some more. Okay, so here's to the propagating part. I'm gonna put all of these bulbs here. I hope this is enough. This looks good. So bulb number 1 goes right here. And I'm gonna put a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit of sphagnum moss over it so that it's moist and comfy and cute. So I think you guys all should know. I think you guys know already, but I'm just gonna say this, that you should put the spiky part on top and you should at least breathe half down to keep the moisture in there. Just make a nudge with my finger and I'm just gonna put it in there so it's nice and cozy. Some more moss here, and I'm going to fill in the gaps if there's any. I'm just gonna make sure they're warm and comfy in their little sphagnum moss blankets. That's quite good. that's enough. So that's it. Let me show you guys right here. Here is all the Amazonican bulbs, so I hope you're happy here. And next, I am going to propagate the stems. So I'm just gonna clean this. Okay, I have this one, so I'm gonna separate them by I think I'm gonna use the bigger one for the two stumps. I think that's appropriate. So I think what is good about sphagnum moss propagation is that it's aerated. It retains good moisture, and I think they're quite sterile. So I think that's why people like to use them. I'm gonna propagate this first, I think. I don't know what you are, but I hope you're a melanochrysum. But whatever it is, please grow. So yeah, there's some roots growing under there, so I'm just gonna put it root down whenever that I see the root, and I'm just gonna fill in the gaps with some sphagnum moss. The roots are under there, so I put it root down and I filled in the gaps with more sphagnum moss. So make sure that the whole stem is covered by moss, and it's happy. And here's the last two. I'm going to put these two bulbs, these together in one small pot. And I'm gonna put the dragon scale alone. I actually tried propagating it, guys, in cocoa peat. I think I've told you that before. I tried propagating it in cocoa peat, but it doesn't work, and I'm so sad that it hasn't grown. But it didn't go rotten or something, so I think it's still alive and healthy, and it has potential. So I'm just gonna find where there's roots. I think this part has roots, so I'm just gonna put it face down like this. And oh, I should make another hole. So, and this part has roots too. Can you guys see on cam? Yeah, so this part has roots, and I'm just gonna put it root down. I don't know if this container is too small for them, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna put them together, okay? So yeah, stuff them in with more moss. Okay, and there you have it. So they're there. I'm just gonna fill it in later with more sphagnum moss so they're more comfier, but this is done. And last but not least, I have my dragon scale. I kind of think that dragon scales are really hard to manage because they're sensitive and they're very prone to root rot. But as long as you use the right media, I think it's okay. This is my first dragon scale, so this one is really my first dragon scale and one of my first alocasia. I think it was my second alocasia, but I ended up killing it because I didn't know what kind of media is good for it yet, and I was still I was a beginner. So this one is kind of chewed off by mites, but I saved it. I think it's gonna grow here. You see there's a growth point. So yeah, you see a growth point right here, but it has stayed the same for I don't know how long, but wait, I think it's growing. Okay guys, it's growing, but there's no roots. Still there's no roots. So I'm just gonna wishful thinking, okay? I'm just gonna hope that you're gonna grow because I have sphagnum moss. The power of sphagnum moss. And there you have it. It's all nudged up in there. It's nice and cozy. So I see a growth point right there, so I'm just gonna lift it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna hope it's gonna grow soon. Okay, so I'm gonna see you later. So all I want to do is to spray these once in a while. I'm gonna cover this in plastic bag to retain all the moisture. So I'm gonna cover it in a plastic bag. I'm gonna poke some holes so make sure it does breathe and it won't create a place where fungus or bacteria grow. If it dries a little bit, I'm just gonna spray it down like this. And I will be putting these in a bright but indirect sunlight to make sure that it's stimulated to grow. Oh, you guys, I didn't realize this before. Can you zoom in here? I see a growth point right here, so you guys can see this. So I hope this is gonna be a new leaf. I'm really hoping so. So yeah, now you know. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much to all of you who have watched till the end. Thank you for supporting my very first ever YouTube channel video. So I promise I'm gonna make an update video on those stems and on the bulbs that I propagated today. I'm gonna show you guys everything, so relax. Just give this channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so that you guys can stay tuned. Lastly, thank you so much and stay safe, you guys. Bye.